Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. It's Memorial Day weekend and it's not especially wonderful weather. There's a tropical depression been working its way up the east coast and it's been windy, bay's all whipped up, and I'm not interested in breaking the boat, so I'm not gonna go do that. Plus I'm always single-handing and it's just not safe for me alone. And Monday, I might be able to make it out, but the hope of going somewhere for the long weekend with the boat was precluded by the weather. So we'll just see what happens on Monday, and trying to return to making some long form content. I have been out sailing several times. There's some shorts that show how that has gone, but in the kind of at the end of last year, this was the primary camera, the GoPro 8, and it quit working last year, so that was kind of the end of the long form content for last year, so I just kind of gave up on it. I have a 7 silver. This will be the primary camera, I think, from now on, and I'm going to work with some of these Android type devices, old cell phones basically, to be the primary cameras this year. So we'll see what we can arrange with that. But for this video, I've got some project updates that were actually from last summer that I never made the videos for. So I was gonna start this with that leftover project video, and hopefully by Monday we'll be able to add some sailing to the end of this. So thanks for watching. Not sure which piece we're going to use here to do this. Oh, we need a circle and we need a big rectangle. That might do it. That might do it, because that's going to be a circle. A little tight on the rectangle part. This is too thin. So this will be the rectangle. I'm just going to trace these old pieces from the previous cover because it fit well enough and worked well enough. I was thinking that I'm going to double the top though. Actually, maybe I will use this to double the sides. We'll double the top and double the sides, not the full side, but the part where the compass is actually. So there's more protection from light in that area. So I'm going to modify it a little bit as we go here, just to make it a little thicker. And then when it's all done, I'll spray it with waterproofing so that it will hopefully sheet off the water a little bit better. Gotta find something to mark this with. Noticing that this is a bit of an oval. I wonder if it's just stretch in the fabric. Could be. Okay, this is exciting. This is exciting. Got the compass back from Viking Instruments. So we sent the compass to Viking Instruments in Maine to be refurbished, and we have it back now. This is the reason we're doing the compass cover project because the compass cover needed to be fixed. But at the same time, since we're going to have a new cover, we're going to also have a refurbished compass. This was the box that I sent it in, so it's been double packaged, so that's pretty cool. And more to open. All right, let's see. I think this is the box I sent it in, maybe not. Maybe this is another box. Right on top here, this is the gasket. There's a little standoff on top of the pedestal, and then this will go on top of that. Leaves room for the bottom of the compass to fit above the pedestal. So the mount for the compass, I guess. So we've got a new gasket for that. And let's see. Cool. Ta-da! And along the way, we got the upgrade to the lighting. So there's a light in the top of this cover, so you can see the compass at night, and that's been upgraded to LED. The dial looks amazing, and a new clear dome, so we can actually see what's going on in there, and full of fluid. The old one was empty of fluid, and the dome was a little bit not in great shape. And this is a Ritchie compass, and that looks awesome. So very excited. And this is to protect. This is why we're making that new cover. So can't wait to put this on the boat. Yeah, I didn't have my glasses on, so it took a minute. I just noticed I missed this too. So that's the Viking Instruments sticker. This is the identification for the compass. It'll focus. And then I guess that's the original thing. So sewing happened for me in 7th grade home economics class. And it is rather economical to do this stuff yourself. So I agree with it being the economics of the home or the boat or whatever. But anyways, regardless of any of that, the part I think I find the most fun of this entire thing is winding the bobbins. should do it. This thread that I'm using is the same stuff that I used to fix the sail. I got excited because I found a bobbin that matches the color of this fabric, but I can't find the spool of thread that goes with it. So I'm going to use this white sail thread instead. Because it's right here and I found it. Okay, and I see that I have the zipper foot on here from, I guess I sewed something with a zipper recently. I don't remember. Oh yeah, the final, the third cushion for the V-berth, the one that goes in the, you put a board down in the open spot up in the V-berth, and then there's a triangular cushion that goes on top of that. That's what, I think that's the last, maybe the sail was the last thing I sewed, but I don't know. I think it might have been that cushion because the zipper foot was still on here. I did not make any video of that, but I did finally get the entire set of V-berth cushions done. Now if I can get the forward hatch to stop dripping on them, it might be nice to actually sleep in there. As long as it's not raining, I guess it's nice. The machine is ready. Am I ready? No, but I'm standing by. So I'm going to try this one first. Let's do just the, sew the one circle to the other circle. Let's see how that goes. It'll be a good warm-up, eh? What do I have going on here? It's supposed to be in the middle, and it is not in the middle. Is everything tight? Okay, well, going with it. Now for the hard part. Oh wait, I can do another easy part. I can sew these two together before I have to do a hard part. So I'm going to do that because I'm all for building some confidence here as we go, right? Alright, it's time to sort out what we're here to do, and that's to sew this circle to this rectangle. I think we're going to go, let's see, we got to, oh, I got to think about this the right way. You sew right sides to right sides, so outsides will go to each other. Is that how this is going to work, though? Yeah, I got to figure out how to make that work. Guess we're just going to go slow and twist it as we go. this way. I think I want to see the circle on top. So let's start at this end with the circle on top so I can see what I'm doing. This is the inside, outside. So outside to outside, inside, inside, that's correct. I just got to pick a place to start here. Let's see what happens. Worst case, you take it apart again. Right? No loss in just pulling the thread out and starting over. You might ask, what does this have to do with sailing? Well, if you get into this and find out how much of this stuff needs to be repaired all the time, it has everything to do with it. No. Seems fine. What did we have going on here? This may have been... so the edge was probably folded over, so that's one reduction. No, I don't know. Maybe an inch. Well, it's seam ripper time. I decided to just do it again. I'm going to at least get these edges established, probably get this connected here first, so I'll have a cylinder and then sew the circle to the cylinder instead of the way I tried to do it here, because this bit of extra that I wound up with means that I sewed this too small on the top. So I'm going to try it the other way. I'll try with a cylinder of fabric and the circle, and I'll probably still wind up with some extra somewhere, but it will give me an indication as I'm going around, hopefully, that I'm getting closer or farther away. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, seam ripper. Apparently my favorite parts are winding bobbins and seam ripping, because here we go again. So I got this all set, and I connected these two edges, and then I thought, well, I have to finish this bottom edge, so maybe I should do that before I do all these other things. So here we go again. I'll take this apart, finish the bottom edge, then I'll do this part to make the cylinder, and then we'll worry about the top part. Getting it, figuring out one step at a time, and then we'll do all the steps in the proper order, and it will be what it will be. And here's our right-sided cover. I also want to make something that goes on here. There used to exist plastic things that would go on top of here for even more UV protection. So I want to try and make something like that, but it's going to involve, you know, finding something that fits. The the compass repair shop suggested maybe a Cool Whip container, so I guess I better get some Cool Whip and eat it and enjoy that, and then see if it fits on top of the compass. So that'll be a little thing to do later, is go get some Cool Whip. Why are you saying it that way? Okay, that wraps up the compass project. We'll check another day on the boat when things get installed to see if it fits and whatnot, but here we go. These are just a few other random projects I'm working on. You can see this. The rail has split on this door at the top. It's been glued once before, so I'm going to clean this up and use some epoxy and get that put back together. And this is the cockpit table. I'm not super happy about these cracks in this, so I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. Maybe it doesn't need much, but yeah, this is loose here. So I thought this needed some epoxy there. I can move that whole board. So it needs something, and it needs to be somehow protected. I'm still trying to decide if it's teak or not. I might just varnish it, but maybe I'll experiment with some teak oil first and see what it looks like. But that's the cockpit table. I'd like to get that installed and leave it installed. I need to make another cover for it. This is the cover for it. I need to make something else to try to fully protect it from the weather if it's going to be in the cockpit. But you have to put all these little screws on around the post, and it takes a long time to install, so I'd rather just have it in place so it's ready to use. So a couple other random projects I'm working on. Okay, I made an effort to, well, missed a spot there, but to cover everything I don't want epoxy on, cover that with some tape. And then I'll mix up some epoxy and go for this. I'm not going to tape this because I'm going to sand this anyways when I'm done. I want to see what would happen if I were to sand all of these doors and things in the boat and see what they look like. So I'm just going to glue this one and then we'll sand it after it's all set up. Okay, I'm all set up. Put some wax paper down to protect the surface below. Straps came off, so that's good. Didn't epoxy the straps to the board. I might have had the wrong side of the paper. This might, yeah, I might have the paper backwards. Oops. Gotta have the waxy side towards the piece. This is not releasing. So there we go. That's the repair to the table. We got a little bit of trouble here. Looks like the wax paper got stuck in there, so we'll sort that out. Sand it down. And we'll oil this up later and see how that looks when that's done. By we I mean me, like, and you watching. Okay, and this is the door to the navigation table. Had been got caught on something and had split open at the top. Had been glued previously and come undone again. There we go, back together. A little bit of extra stuff protruding, but it's back together nice and tight. I got this one clamped up pretty well, so I will sand that clean, just back to the wood, and then we'll get this oiled up and reinstalled. I'm very happy with that. Now it's much better. Okay, 2 things fixed. This piece is the mount point and the hinge for the cockpit table. So I'm just going to take all of this metal off of this so I can also sand and oil this, and then we'll reassemble it after it's all finished. Oh, and these pieces too. This is the lower mounting point, and this this piece swings up to hold the table in the up position. It folds down against the pedestal. So this all mounts to the grab rail at the pedestal, and then it very nicely folds up for use, folds down when not in use. I'm just going to take this apart so I can clean up and oil all this wood. Here are the individual pieces. It's much easier to work with than when they were all fully assembled. So just get busy and refinish these. Cool. So this was what it all looked like before, was this color, and here's the after. Just letting the oil sit on it for a few minutes and wiping the excess off. So we'll get the table cleaned up and do that next. And then we'll see what happens. My one complaint with oiled teak is when the rainwater comes in, it tends to wash the oil out, and then it stains in places where that drips. But we're working on the leaks also, so hopefully we can stop that, or you just have to keep up with wiping up teak oil drips that have happened. This will be out in the cockpit, so I'll be interested to see what happens outside in the rain. And this is what they look like with the hardware back in place. So this mounts low, and this angled piece comes up to support the table. It hangs vertically when not in use, and this is up high, again mounted to the stanchion, and when the table's finished we'll reattach it to the other side of the hinge here. We'll be ready to put it back on the boat, start using it. Just the table ready for oil. Oh, I set it down on the table, and we already got a little bit of teak oil on there because there's some left on the table. So I'll just go ahead and oil this now. Straighten that out on the back in just a minute. Well, that should do it. It's our freshly oiled cockpit table. We'll let it sit for a few minutes, wipe it off, flip it over, get the back side, and we'll be basically back in business with cockpit table. I've been reading that you probably have to re-oil every couple of months. So I'll find out. See how long into the summer this looks okay, and go back after it with some more oil later on when it doesn't.